Well, we're taking your questions tonight, and Rick asked if they lost Poppy, any chance they would move Uke to DH? Could he be on the move again? Nick Cafardo.
I suppose he would. My question would be, would Kevin Youkilis accept that? You know, he's still 32, 33 years old, and he was a Gold Glove first baseman, moved over to third for a year. That's his natural position. He loves playing third. You know, why would he do that? Would he balk at that is my question. And I wonder, Jerry, could they ever move him to the outfield?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the other thing we got to remember about Youkilis is the fact that he had surgery at the end of the season, the sports hernia surgery. Now, you don't know. I mean, you expect everything's going to be okay once the season starts and they get to spring training. He'll be fine. But you don't really know till you see him. And, you know, that's a tough injury, especially for a guy at third base who's going to be diving as much as he dives. I mean, we saw Mike Cameron go through that. He bounced back pretty good from that, but of course Cameron was at the end of his career. Youkilis certainly is not at the end of his career, and I would expect that he would bounce back from that. But, you know, the idea of him being a DH, I mean, he's always been a very good offensive player. I could see that as a possibility down the road, but I agree with Nick. I don't think he'd want any part of that now.
That's a tough one for him.
And Nick, there's so many injuries over the last couple of years for Kevin Youkilis. Is there concern there?
Oh, sure, yeah. His body's obviously breaking down. He's getting to that age, I think, you know, that 32, 33, where I really think, and Joey could speak to this better than I could, but I think you really have to be in incredible shape when you get to be that age and just have an incredible workout routine so things like that don't happen to you.
Yeah, and I think, you know, going through the operation like he did, I think that's going to probably make him work even harder this offseason, probably than he ever has worked in his whole life. Not to say that he didn't before, but the fact is that when you have surgery like that, there's a lot of rehab that has to be done with that. We saw Mike Cameron do that. We saw him work very hard after surgery to try to get back, and I'm sure Kevin Youkilis did the same thing. Youkilis may come into the camp in the best shape that he's ever come in ever since he's been with the Red Sox.
We forget, you know, he also had the hip problem. He had a hip problem. He had a back problem.
Banged up all over.
Yeah, he's banged up around there. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how he comes out of spring training.